Good morning, afternoon, and evening, people of the internet. This is yet another stirring edition of the Hardline, according to Stonefruit. And as usual, this transmission will be accompanied by an article at stonefruit.substack.com. And the title of this little ditty is "The American Empire is Over. Nordstream, Atlanticism, and Eurasia." The neocon, neoliberal globalist elites in the Beltway and finance capitalists and media elites in New York, or what Ray McGovern called the Mickey Mac, the military, industrial, congressional, intelligence, media, academic think tank complex, are pushing the world to the brink of World War III. With their craven greed, raw stupidity, and utter callousness. The irony is that while they occupy the most commanding and prestigious heights of the economy, politics, and academia, they are the ones who deindustrialized America, which doesn't produce much now except for cars, planes, and weapons. America has little left to export now except financial products and what the film and novel A Clockwork Orange called ultraviolence. This is a sign of weakness, not one of strength. It's elites who are dumber than a sack of hammers can't tell that America's moment of unipolar primacy of the 90s and the early part of this century is over. America is a deindustrialized nation with a colossal debt that it can never repay and has ultraviolence as one of its primary exports. It is no longer attractive as a world leader to anyone except Europe, which is busy committing ritual seppuku at the behest of its feudal lord. The decisions have been made. The countries have chosen their new sides. The contours of the new multipolar world are obvious. They are who will replace an imploding America and its vassal states in Europe. It is being led by the Russia-China dyad as the main nucleus. The BRICS, who are entertaining applications from a number of countries, including Iran, Saudi Arabia, and Argentina. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization and the Eurasian Economic Union are the next ring out. The 144 Belt and Road Initiative countries are yet the next ring out further still, which includes Greece, Hungary, Italy, Serbia, which are likely to be the only countries that are going to survive when Europe collapses, as it's in the process of doing as we speak. America has been a gangster state since the end of World War II, with over 60 major wars, invasions, and major covert operations, killing millions of people worldwide. Seymour Hersh's new revelations proving America's culpability in blowing up the Nordstream pipeline mark a dramatic escalation of that gangster reputation, in part because it was committed against one of America's closest allies. And it was the greatest incident of industrial sabotage in history, done to one of its closest allies. Deindustrializing an industrial export powerhouse and the chief economic engine of Europe. An ally, it should be mentioned, that still has tens of thousands of troops, American troops, still stationed within its borders. The prime geopolitical objective of this terrorist act was to end energy collaboration as a means of preventing a broader Eurasian integration that would have included Germany, while simultaneously trying to make a terminal bid to preserve this unipolar moment that American elites still think that we're in, to preserve the collapsing Atlanticist project, of which NATO is just one part. And of course, after the sabotage, American LNG producers sent a lot of their product over to Europe at dramatically escalated prices and made a killing. But the overarching and highly diluted goal was to prevent this broader Eurasian integration from taking place, which would have put Russia and China in the driver's seat, in pole position for the formation of a new multipolar world. As spectacular an act of terrorism as the demolition of the Nordstream pipeline was, history is going to look back on it as something akin to what the Suez Canal incident was for the British Empire. It's coda. The structural realignment of the rest of the world, besides America, Europe, the G7, and the Five Eyes Signal Intelligence Consortium, is over. America, Europe, the G7, and the Five Eyes countries have lost, unless some of them decide to peel off and join the new, inevitable, emerging multipolar world. As the geographer and geopolitician Halford Mackinder said in a thesis of world historical importance, whoever controls Eurasia controls the world. By that iconic standard, that means Russia and the regional cooperation organization it leads, the Eurasian Economic Union, which includes Russia, Armenia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, and Kyrgyzstan, and China and the regional cooperation organization that it leads, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, which includes China, Belarus, India, Iran, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, Pakistan, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan, are poised to control the world. And a lot sooner than most people think. Certainly much sooner than those in the Beltway bubble think, because, as aforementioned, they're dumber than a sack of hammers. Russia has abundant energy, commodities, food production, concrete things that people actually need, not to mention the world's largest nuclear arsenal. China's Made in China 2025 industrial policies are an attempt to achieve world dominance in a number of cutting-edge technologies. And they have been spending trillions of dollars in mutually beneficial infrastructure projects in dozens of countries worldwide. America, on the other hand, kills people and breaks things. The verdict is in. The American empire, like every empire before it, is over.